I went to school for entrepreneurship.
Oh, have you met entrepreneur?
And literally that taught me nothing except the origins of www. It was used in the military and it used to be called the intranet. That shit taught me nothing and it cost me almost 15 grand. Over 10 years ago, I was probably in the same boat as you. I was looking to find something that could help set me up to become financially free, or even just to have more control over my life and to not have to work a 9-to-5. I had over 30 different jobs, from staffing agencies, different 9-to-5s, different labor jobs, different office jobs. I even once had a job that was a 4-day work week. I was making $25 an hour as someone who was in their early 20s, and I still wasn't happy. There was something inside irking my soul. So I first started my entrepreneur journey in 2012, and in 2014, I finally found something. And fast forward 10 years later, I've actually been able to create the life that I've always dreamed of, the life I've always wanted. I went to school for entrepreneurship for 1 year. That shit taught me nothing and it cost me almost 15 grand. I also spent $20 on an eBay course in 2014. And from there, I've been able to build multi-million-dollar eBay and Amazon businesses, and more specifically Amazon, which is where I've made the bulk of my profits. In about 2016, I had crossed over $1 million in revenue, and I had a lot of people start asking me, hey, how are you doing what you're doing? Can you teach me? I'll even pay you to teach me. And I thought, well, I can definitely help you. So then I started to help people one-on-one. Once I had so many people asking me for my help, I could not manage them while still managing my businesses at the same time, which led me to two things. One, I decided to create actual step-by-step video training that included my mentorship on the side. I know a lot of people that teach, they don't actually add mentorship on the side, and they all charge thousands of dollars. I charge a lot less for my training, and I also give my mentorship on top of that. Other thing that I learned that I realized I needed to do was I needed to learn how to automate the business and turn it passive. Learning how to automate Amazon businesses is something that I've become really, really good at over the last almost 10 years of selling on Amazon, and teaching Amazon is another one of my number one fortes. I have a lot of students that have done extremely well, but only those who actually dedicate themselves to the business. So there's two options. One, I can help you build the business, or I can literally do it for you, and I'll explain how that all works at the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe at the end if you like this video and if you found value. Moving on. Amazon FBA is a really good passive income opportunity, even for those who have just a couple hours a day. Now, it's not going to be fully passive in the very beginning, because you're going to have to put in some time and effort, like learning how to build a business, setting up supplier agreements, placing orders for your first suppliers, for your first products. Once you start to get a good understanding of how the business works, and you start placing orders and making sales on Amazon using the FBA method, Amazon FBA, they do the logistics, they do the shipping, they do the fulfilling, they do the customer service for the most part. So your only job and responsibility when doing Amazon FBA is researching and sourcing products, placing orders, and then overseeing and managing that. Now, the cool thing is you can actually have someone build the entire business for you like me, or you can hire virtual assistants that will help you automate the business later. So there isn't really a reason, no matter your budget, no matter your experience, as long as you're willing to have a mentor and someone guide you and show you how to do it, there's no reason you can't build a multi-million-dollar business selling on Amazon using FBA over time. Some of the things you will need to build an Amazon FBA business. One is you need to be over 18. Two is you need to have a credit card with at least $500 or $1,000. I recommend more, but that's a half decent starting point. Number three, you're going to need a registered business if you want to do Amazon FBA and buy wholesale, because wholesale suppliers do not like to work with individuals. And registering a business, no matter where you are, is normally pretty cheap, anywhere from $100 to a few $100s, depending where you're at. Setting up an Amazon seller account would be step 3. It's very simple. You just go to sellercentral.amazon.com and you fill in the details that they ask you. It's a step-by-step process. It takes about 5 minutes. What products are you selling? Do you have UPC codes for all your products? Yes or no? Are you the owner of the brand owner for all the products? Yes or no? If you don't 100% know the answer to these questions, you don't have to answer yes. You can answer no, because Amazon gives you the option, multiple choice. And if you're going to be selling brand name items, you're not going to be using your very own UPCs for the products. You're not a brand owner, so you can choose no and you can still sell on Amazon. It's a very simple process, and setting up a seller account only takes a few minutes. Number 4 is having someone build the entire business for you. Now, obviously, having someone build the business for you, there's going to be a lot more requirements like funding and required capital. Because we want to build the business massively, and using someone like my Done For You service, we have a huge infrastructure. I have 4 North American-based managers with big salaries and profit share, and we have a team of 40 employees that help with the product sourcing and setting up the supplier agreements. So you're going to need to be able to have funds for the business as well as paying the service fee. But separate from that, if you have that, then you can turn Amazon into an entirely hands-off passive business model. Done For You service providers. I personally, to be as unbiased as possible, I'm going to look at it from the perspective of someone looking to pay and get someone to build a business for me. One of the very first things I want to look for is how much experience do they have. How long have they been doing it? And another question is, and this isn't to discredit younger people because I'm in my mid-30s, I was in my early 20s or mid-20s, and I was teaching people. A lot of people looked at me as, hey, you're only like 24, how can you teach me? Saying, how are you gonna teach me a business? Now, I was 24, 25 at the time, so I could have started the business when I was 18, and that would have given me 7 years of experience. That's a lot of experience. When it comes to the age factor, if someone's 16 years old or 18 years old, there's no way they can have at least 5 years experience selling on Amazon, because you can't sell on Amazon until you're over 18. They're basically a kid. Obviously, you don't want to pay someone who's 18 years old, says they have over 5 years or 10 years experience. Doesn't compute. Number two, in looking for a done-for-you service provider, is can you do a live video call with them? That's one of the very first things I like to do is, hey, if I'm going to pay for your service, can I do a call with you? And if they say no, but you can get on a phone call with one of our affiliates or a sales rep, no, I want to get on a call with you. If you're selling me a service for X amount of dollars, I want to speak to the person selling me the service. They just seem like they're trying really hard to sell you and pitch you and create urgency. And it's a high pressure sales tactic, like going to a car dealership and you have the car salesman come over to you and start breathing down your neck. Let me show you this car. Let me show you that car. What are you looking for? And it's like, I came here to make a buying decision. I did not come here to get sold. Number three is, can they show you live results? If they have existing clients, they should be able to show you results and not just screenshots, right? They should be able to log in directly and show you results. And I do that with all new clients. So if I get on a call with someone and they're just pressuring me the whole time, it makes them seem like they're desperate for the sale. That's not a ship that I want to be on in case that ever goes down or that ship ever sinks. Someone who can show me their experience, show me their results, and let me make my decision and take my time. So the next step to that, and this one might be a little bit biased because I'm going to be talking about my own service, but a lot of done-for-you service providers charge a high price, and to me that price is not justified. I charge less than 20K, but most people charge 25K, 30K, 40K. Some charge more, and they also take a larger profit share even with that higher service fee. And on top of that, they have an annual contract renewal fee. It's just mind-boggling. To me, it's just like a huge money grab. The client's gonna spend 10 years just trying to get the service fee back, their original investment. It's not realistic. In my opinion, anyone who charges more than 30K and has an annual renewal fee, it's way overcharging, and it's gonna take a very long time, if ever, to get your investment back. Most service providers have anywhere from 2 years, maybe a few years experience, and that's enough to get pretty good at Amazon. But someone who has almost a decade experience like myself, there's just no questioning that person's skill set and their knowledge. Having that decade experience is going to be key to being able to do extremely well. And that's the thing that I offer to my clients, is the fact I've been doing it so long. We also have one of the lowest profit share options available, but you'd have to reach out to me to speak about this because at any given time, they may or may not exist anymore. So you'd have to contact me to find out more. So by now, if you kind of realized and done the math on, do I build the business myself for less or do I have someone build it for me? If you want to have someone like me build the entire business for you, reach out to me. So you can send me a message on Instagram. You can post a comment below. You can send us an email at supremecommerce@outlook.com. But if you want to have someone build the business for you and turn this business into an entirely passive source of income, where you're normally going to be able to get 30 to 60% a year ROI on your money. Now, in a previous video, I'd actually talk about the ROI on the Amazon business, and a lot of other videos where I actually go over how the entire business works. Now, if you want to skip those videos and you have the money for the service and you just want to get on a call with me and see how it works, you can just send me a message and we can go from there.